Have you ever wondered if the myths about lost continents like Atlantis are just stories, or if they hide a deeper truth? Since the beginning of time, we've told tales of sunken lands and forgotten civilizations. What if these legends aren't just fantasy, but echoes of a real history, lost long before our own began? Today, we're embarking on an incredible journey. We'll explore Plato's ancient descriptions, dive deep to examine strange maps of the seabed, and wander among silent pyramids and legends of a great flood. Our mission? To get a little closer to the truth that lies between myth and memory. Let's start with the legend that ignited it all, Atlantis. In the 4th century BC, the Greek philosopher Plato wrote about a magnificent civilization. In his dialogues, he described Atlantis as a continent larger than Libya and Asia combined, ruled by godlike kings. It was a land of golden temples, incredible gardens, and advanced engineering that would have stunned the ancient world. Plato said Atlantis was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. But then the story takes a tragic turn. In a single terrible day and night, a series of catastrophic earthquakes and floods struck, and Atlantis sank beneath the waves, vanishing forever. Its glory was erased from the earth, becoming nothing more than a myth. So, where was it? This question has fascinated people for centuries. Some believe it lies at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, near the Azores. Others point to the coasts of Spain, suggesting the circular city might be buried under the Donana marshlands. A more modern theory places it in the Caribbean, arguing that underwater formations like the Bimini Road are its ancient ruins. There are even more daring ideas. What if Antarctica was once Atlantis, a temperate land before it was covered by a thick sheet of ice? Ancient maps, like the mysterious Piri Reis map, seem to show Antarctica without its glaciers, sparking intense debates among historians and geologists. Or perhaps Atlantis was never a physical place at all but an allegory. Plato created inspired by real civilizations like the Minoans, whose thriving culture on the island of Crete was wiped out by a massive volcanic eruption more than 300–500 years ago. Each theory is more captivating than the last, and the echo of Atlantis continues to haunt us. Was it real, or just a beautiful dream from Plato's mind? But Atlantis isn't the only lost land whispered about in history. As science advanced in the 19th century, other legends surfaced, Lemuria and Mu. The idea of Lemuria was first proposed by scientists to explain why similar animal species were found in Madagascar, India, and Australia. They wondered if a vast continent, now sunk beneath the Indian Ocean, once connected these lands. The concept was quickly adopted by spiritual movements, which imagined Lemuria as the home of an ancient, enlightened civilization with forgotten knowledge. Meanwhile, another researcher, Augustus Le Plongeon, proposed the existence of Mu, a continent that he believed existed in the Pacific Ocean before it was destroyed in a great cataclysm. Interestingly, many Polynesian legends, from Hawaii to Easter Island, tell stories of ancestors who came across the water from sunken lands. Even the Mayan sacred book, the Popol Vuh, speaks of a watery underworld, and it gets stranger. Modern linguistic and genetic studies have found unexpected links between cultures separated by thousands of miles of ocean. Words for water, sun, and king that are surprisingly similar appear in languages from southern India, Polynesia, and South America. Are these just coincidences? Or are they faint footprints of ancient migrations and contacts that have been lost to time? If there's one story that connects nearly every ancient culture on Earth, it's the tale of a great flood. From the Sumerians in Mesopotamia to the indigenous peoples of the Americas, almost everyone has a memory of a time before the water, when the world was washed clean. The Epic of Gilgamesh, written thousands of years before the Bible, tells of a man named Utanapishtim who was warned by the gods to build an ark to save life from a global flood. Mayan codices describe golden cities swallowed by the sea. The ancient Egyptians spoke of a time of destruction followed by a rebirth of civilization. In India, Vedic texts mention the pralaya, a cosmic flood that ends one world to begin another. Are these just myths? Or are they fragmented memories of real events like massive tsunamis, comet impacts, or dramatic climate shifts that happened long ago? Maybe it's a collective memory, an echo of a catastrophe so profound that its story was passed down as a warning to all future generations. The mysteries don't just lie beneath the waves. All around the world, we find ancient structures with baffling similarities. Pyramids, temples, and monoliths from Egypt to Mexico, from Cambodia to the Canary Islands, seem to share a common design. Many are precisely aligned with the solstices, equinoxes, or specific constellations. How did cultures that supposedly never met share such advanced secrets of astronomy, geometry, and architecture? Archaeologists have found elongated skulls in Peru, almost identical petroglyphs in Malta and Polynesia, and stories of sons of the sun or bearded gods who came from the sea. Quetzalcoatl in Mesoamerica, Viracocha in the Andes, Osiris in Egypt, all are described as wise teachers who brought civilization to humanity. Were they messengers from a single lost mother culture? Or do these similarities just reflect universal human hopes and fears? Even modern genetics has found anomalies, like shared DNA between populations that, according to mainstream history, should never have crossed paths. Science remains skeptical, but it can't deny the fascinating connections. But maybe we're looking in the wrong place. For many scholars, the true meaning of Atlantis isn't about a physical location. At its heart, Plato's story was a warning, a civilization with great power and wisdom, but no humility is doomed to destroy itself. In this sense, Atlantis is not just a place, but a memory of a past stage of humanity, a reminder of what we once were and what we could become again if we let pride corrupt our knowledge. Atlantis is both a mirror and a prophecy. It's a story of a cycle of rise and fall that we see repeated in history. It's a lesson for our own time as we stand on the brink of our own potential cataclysms, whether technological or environmental. The legend warns us to find balance before we too create our own lost continent. So let's picture it. Imagine an ancient map. Atlantis is in the middle of the Atlantic, a city of concentric circles surrounded by water. To the east, Lemuria stretches like a sunken bridge between Africa, India, and Australia. In the Pacific, Mu covers a vast area, its memory preserved in the mysterious statues of Easter Island and the stone city of Nan Madol. Today, our submersibles explore deep ocean trenches, revealing strange formations. Satellite images show what some believe are buried ruins. And Antarctica, hiding its secrets under miles of ice, continues to challenge our understanding of history. So, is this all proof of a forgotten past or just a reflection of our love for epic stories? Mainstream science is firm. There's no geological evidence for entire continents sinking so suddenly. But we do know that smaller, localized catastrophes happened. Doggerland, a land bridge connecting Britain to Europe, was submerged by rising seas. The Sunderland Shelf in Asia also sank. Perhaps the myths are based on these real events, magnified over generations into the legend of a great lost continent. In the end, the quest for Atlantis and other lost lands is a journey that blurs the line between science and myth, between what we know and what we wonder. It reminds us that there are still countless stories waiting to be discovered, both in the depths of our oceans and in the depths of the human mind. We may never find the physical stones of Atlantis or the golden temples of Lemuria. But by exploring these legends, we discover something vital about ourselves, our deep-seated need for origins, our fear of being forgotten, and our hope that by learning from the past, we can build a better future. Perhaps that is the greatest legacy of Atlantis, a timeless invitation to look into the abyss of time and ask ourselves, humbly, who we were and who we want to become. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this exploration of history's greatest mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure.